Okay, Hazelmeg here. So we're working on the final preparations for the cylinder head. So basically, all that's got to be left to do is clean the gasket surfaces. So we're gonna use good old Mr. Scotch-Brite pad here. It's not super abrasive, so that's good. It's pretty clean already, so I don't think it's gonna take a lot of work to get it clean. So basically, we're gonna work the intake manifold, flange, and the exhaust, and obviously the bottom, where the head gasket goes. So I still got all the napkins and stuff pressed into there, and I have all the ports covered on it. So there we go. It does kind of scratch the surface a little, I can see, but it's okay. It's very little. That's what gaskets are for, right? If anything, we really didn't need to clean this, but just because we're here already, let's do it. This is where the O-ring seals it, so it's actually pretty abrasive. More abrasive than I thought it would be. We can use the disc also. Okay, now we're gonna go more. Okay, the exhaust we don't really need to do. Yeah, the exhaust we don't need to do because you got this donut here. As long as the donut is in good shape, which it is, we don't really have to do anything with that. We just clean the port. So, okay, so that means we'll go clean this now. Show you a piece of cake. Try not to get that crud in the holes. I think it is getting in the holes, damn it. I think this is just like mud or something. This is not where the gasket seals, but it's okay. Hit up the combustion chamber too. Should help clean it up a little bit. It's all pretty blingy already though. The sad thing is you'll never see it again. So you open it up again. Yeah, it's scratching it pretty good. This stuff. Let's try using the disc. Okay, here I got a gasket resurfacing disc. It's a Scotch-Brite disc, but I need air for it. So. Okay, there it is. That's the finished product right there. So we just need to take the what's the word? The napkins out of the ports. So I'm just gonna blow a little more air on this to get some of that dust particles off. But it turned out, ooh. Oh man, I just hit like a bunch of dirt came out of it, man. Okay, there it is. So that's the final outcome right there. Let me lower the brightness on this a little bit. It's really shiny now. Nice smooth surface for it to mount on. I did scratch it in a couple places. There's a little dent here, and there's some nicks here. I think it'll be okay with the gasket on there though. The exhaust port, Came out really good. Nice and shiny, as you can see. I tell you, it's really smooth. So after I buffed it a little with the napkin to get some of that polishing compound off. And then this turned out really good. So hopefully that'll make a difference. I'm trying to move more air through this thing, man. Alright, so we're done. So I just have to make sure not to try not to touch this as much as possible, get any oil on it, you know. Right now, what we'll do is let's take the napkins out since we're done. Can't take it out. I need like a pliers. I really crammed these suckers in there good. Hold on, let me get some pliers. Okay, I got some little pliers here we can use to pull it out. It's not a big deal if some dirt got in there. Yeah, I wish I could have gone a little farther, but that's okay. So that's the final outcome right there. Yeah, you can still see that kind of molding line there. That molding inconsistency and stuff. I wish we could have hit that. So to tell you the truth, I mean, the best thing to do would have been to take all the valves out, you know, and clean the whole thing, and then really just start port and polishing everything. You can polish from this side and polish from inside the valve. You know, that's how to do a really good port and polish. But we just kind of did a little port matching. That's all we did. We just opened up the exits, the inlet and the outlet. That's all. Really light port and polish. Okay, let's take the exhaust out. Take a look at it. Oh, oops. Okay, there we go. Still pretty black and nasty in there. It's okay, that stuff won't burn off. That's how that turned out. Okay. Yeah, boys, it's super smooth compared to the rest of it. This is smoother than the intake, you know? Yeah, the intake is pretty rough. I feel we matched the consistency of the casting in the inlet port just right. It feels perfect. It's almost like if I was to have a blindfold and move my finger around that, it feels almost the same. So I think we got that right on the money. Like I said, you want the inlet to be rough like that, and then the intake, it's very smooth. It's smoother than the actual the original casting, but it feels smoother than the intake. And they do that. There's, like I said, that's done for a reason. You want there to be some resistance in the inlet. You want the wind, the air, the oxygen to swirl with the fuel. That's how you get a better combustion when you atomize the air like that. So there's a reason. That's the reason why you want this to not be smooth. Okay, and the combustion chamber is nice and clean. Look at that. I decided let's not scrape the rest of that off. I think it's fine the way it is. You're better off just replacing the whole valve then, you know. It's only like 2 valves, man. All right, so that's it. Cylinder head done. So the last thing I'm going to do is we're just going to take these covers off. Oh yeah, we got to put the dowels back on too. All right, there's still some stuff we got to do. Hold on. Okay, so let's go take these covers out because we're going to have to anyways. Take them out to get the valve stuff back in. So. I also wanted to point out that we did open up this. Oh yeah, I probably have to blow. Oh yeah, I have to blow this one out too. It's still dirty. Okay, yeah, we'll do that before we put it back on. This one has to come. This one also has to come off because we got to put the head bolts on there. The bolts that actually mount it to the cylinder. Okay, Does look like some dirt got in there, so what I was just going to do is just going to wipe that oil counter pretty good. Probably going to have to do an oil change on this too real soon. Okay. Make sure there's no dirt in here. I'll wipe the bearing surfaces. Okay, so I got all the covers off again, and so the final thing we're going to do is we're going to put this back on and the dowels back in, so because we took that off so we could clean it. So here it is. I might want to put some silicone. Yeah, let's go put a dab of silicone on this O-ring here real quick. Okay, so here I got my tube of dielectric grease. Just gonna get a little bit of that. Slather it across the O-ring here. This helps it seal, and it helps it not get all, what's the word, all dried up. I don't want it to dry up like that. It helps keep the O-ring moist. Okay. Get that stuff off my finger. I have nice smooth fingers now. Right. And then we'll mount these screws back in. Okay, since it's off the bike and really easy to access, I'm gonna go torque him. I'll go figure out what the torque is. Okay, I looked in the book and it's 78 inch-pounds is what you wanted. So I got my torque wrench set up for 78 inch-pounds. And here we go. It might be a little bit hard. Okay. Okay, that's one side. Okay, there's two. Done. Okay, last thing I gotta do is put the dowels back in. So I got my dowels right here. I think one of them goes in here. Okay. One goes here. It's so hard to get in though. Okay. Alright, so we got the alignment dowels in there, and the intake manifold is pretty much how we left it before we started cleaning it. There it is. There's the completed, some crud fell in here. So what I suggest is you pack this up with napkins also. I didn't think stuff would go in there so easily, but there's still some stuff that fell in there. And then we'll put the spark plug back in later. The spark plug's supposed to be right here. Hopefully nothing got in the threads. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so that's it. That's the completed head. So now it's ready to be installed. And so there's only one more preparation thing we have to do before we start putting all the stuff back. Is we need to clean the gasket surface for the block. That'll be the next video. All right, hope you've enjoyed. So basically, I'm just going to put this in the box so it doesn't get dirty again. And when it's time to go install it, we'll install it. It's ready to go. All right, he's me out. Hope you learned something.